Now then, manners, welcome to the Ted Hanky podcast. It is a world-renowned, world-class podcast where I have guests who are in celebrity statuses from all around the world refusing to come on the show. So it's quite rare in that way, really. But I am always joined by my faithful friends, Mallow, which I'll come to in a minute. So enjoy the show, give it a like, subscribe, a share, share it with Share, if you know Share, and enjoy. Up the butter. Hello.
All right, Ted. All right, everybody.
He's here.
How we doing?
He's queer. He does it. I don't know. No.
You're allowed to be nowadays, though, aren't you? You can be whatever you want, man.
I like the word queer because you used to always have an old bloke on your street and your mum and dad just go, oh, stay away from Derek, he's a bit queer.
Do you know what, right? My dad used to, use some words and he didn't like none, because he's quite a nice fella, my dad, isn't he?
He's lovely, yeah.
And he doesn't like being audible, so he'd use words like, he's exotic. Do you know what I mean?
He's exotic?
He's exotic, yeah, well, like he's some creature. Oh, he's an exotic lad, him. Meaning that, you know what I mean? He was queer. And I quite like that. I think it's a nice terminology.
Back in the 80s, we didn't have the noncy words and stuff like that, though, do we? used to go, hey, watch out for daft Derek, or watch out for queer Derek, or odd Derek. But, you know, back then, he was probably fiddling left, right and centre.
Oh, my dad?
No, Derek.
Oh, Derek.
Derek,
Well, but if you think about it, Ted, it's like, I think calling people exotic is just as bad. It's like, you go to a pet shop and you've got all the night, like the normal animals, then you've got the exotic ones, and it's always fish, and they're always like funny colours, like proper strutting about with their hair all over the shop and that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like proper exotic parrots.
Or a terrapin.
Yeah, or a terrapin, yeah. Like a little... Yeah, so, I think it's quite a nice word, exotic. Yeah. Anyway, Ted, can I just ask you, because I know everyone's thinking, why are you now starting to model yourself on Steve Jobs? Like, you're constantly wearing black T-shirts with your glasses and that. I've seen you.
It's business attire. That's what it is, yeah. This T-shirt is tight enough to hide my business tire. So that's why I wear it, yeah. No, just like it makes me feel a little bit... I feel like Ricky Gervais, like... that type of... I feel a bit...
Exotic.
Yeah. Exotic, erotic, narcotic. All of the otics.
All of the otics, well,
yeah. Yeah, so, thanks for noticing that, man. Yeah,
it looks smart to be... Hey, right, in all fairness, Ted, you're in top shape, lads, honestly.
I'm doing all right, Anna, you know what I mean?
You've been looking after yourself again, haven't you?
I've been doing some part-time work on the bins.
That's good work, that.
There's a lot of graft on the bins. I'm on the old bins, where you don't have the... You've just got...
Billock bins.
Billock bins, yeah. I'm on the Billock bin route, where they don't have electric... vehicles.
Lights.
Yeah.
You scruffy fuckers.
Just basically, it's just a big bin on wheels, and then I pick the little bins up and pour them in.
Oh, well, I used to do a similar job than that. That was my first job. Well, it was at school. Do you remember, you had to, when you sharpened your pencil, you put it in that little inkwell?
Yeah.
I used to go and take all the inkwells and then chuck them in. People are now going to be thinking, how old are these lads here?
Well,
but you know that in the little pats, and I'm talking, Pats, before you start with any of this malarkey, we used to have little inkwells in the desk, didn't we?
Yeah. If you'd like to take a guess at our age, please comment. But be sensitive. Don't want any guns.
Don't want any exotic people, you know what I mean, telling us what we're doing, how old we are.
Right, Mallow, what shall we cover off on today's podcast? I think we all need to have a chat about the big fella. He's back, isn't he?
Who?
The big fella.
What, Andre the Giant? Is he back from the dead? Well, class.
No! Trumpy.
Trumpy,
he's back, isn't he?
Well,
causing all types of problems about China. I can't do the voice.
Well, no, not with them teeth.
Yeah.
Well, he's, do you know what I mean?
The greatest.
He is quite good, Yeah. I mean, what do you think of Trump?
I think he looks a bit like a fucking ball bag with hair.
I think he looks like, you know, them Weebles, like where, like a clown version of a Weeble.
Yeah, he does.
But I'm not calling the lad a clown because he does actually say things dead straight, and I don't mind that.
Yeah.
And I like when he goes. I like his thing where he goes, "I am gonna win for you. I'm gonna win so hard." I like that, mate. I've been saying it to our lass.
People don't know.
Buck you. Yeah. I'm gonna buck you so hard.
I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest in bed.
It's not Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Went a bit macho man there, didn't he? Can't do his voice. But he's back and he's putting taxes on things, isn't he?
He's class, man.
I think we might be all right, you know, because we're not in the EU anymore. He's going to tax the EU. He's taxing Canada. He's going to tax China.
He is. He's like an America's version of the taxman, isn't he?
What?
You know, Bry Cockerell. He's the American version of Bry Cockerell, who's a borough lad, so if you know that. But yeah, he's the taxman. He's just been going around going, I'm having that.
I'm having that taxed.
I'm taxed, exactly. Well,
taxed.
That's what he's doing.
I'd love to see someone kick him in the knackers. Just to see like what happens really. Like
the lad's like RoboCop. He got shot and he got up and he was like, "Come on, away!" Yeah, I tell you what, right?
His fucking earring fell out.
Right, I'm going to be fair, right? Trump's a bit of a unit, you know. He's about 6'4".
Give up! I must be wearing them Tom Cruise shoes.
Well, what like all the kids wear nowadays?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sort yourselves out, young'uns. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're not 6'3" at all. You're about 5'2".
Doyles.
I've seen you in the kebab shop.
Doyles.
Anyway. Yeah, no, he's about 6'4", right?
Yeah.
He's built like a proper unit.
Yeah.
His wife is mint.
Yeah, I'll give you that,
right?
yeah.
He's a class lad. He's a wicked lad. I tell you what, right, Trump, you could come over, right, and you could be in charge of Thornaby Parish Council anytime you want.
Oh, he doesn't have the credentials for that. Have you up raw?
Well, no.
How's he going to judge the passing of competition?
I am telling you now, I happen to know that Thornaby Parish Council sent the congratulations to him when they did the last meeting of the minutes.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? But he could. I'd accept him as a Thornaby in any day, mate. He's class.
Do you not think his son looks like somebody who probably used to like play with dead animals?
What's his son called? His son's got a really good name as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, Biden's son was called Hunter, wasn't he, I think?
Hunter.
What's Trump's son called?
I don't know.
Right, for the purpose of this conversation, we'll call him Trevor.
Trevor Trump.
Right. So young Trevor.
Young Trevor.
I reckon growing up...
Byron. He's called Byron.
Oh, we'll call him Trevor. Trevor, right? Byron Trevor, right? Growing up, I reckon he didn't get the love and attention he needed of his father. And when you see him now, he just looks like a damaged child, doesn't he? He looks like someone who would like find a dead raccoon underneath the porch and he'd play with it with a stick and dissect it and play with the intestines and stuff like that. And then deep down, he's got subliminal urges to be a serial killer.
I think our politics are coming out of me and you, Tex. I like the lads. I think he's a good guy.
I didn't say I didn't like him.
I think he's a big handsome lad. Again, he's about 6'4", 6'5". He's a big lad. You know, I put a lot in height, you know.
Like but Mally, you can buy height.
Yeah, but he will be the president one day, you know.
What, even before, what's he called? Fucking Muskie.
No, Muskie will be... I don't think Muskie will be president. He'll be like... Do you know that mad cunt in... do you know what I mean? In
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark, that lad, right? He's living the dream, him. He's like, watch that movie, and he's like, I could definitely do that.
I bet he's got robot women who suck him off.
He better. He better.
I would.
If not, what has he been doing with himself?
Yeah. I mean, investing all that money into rockets. Get yourself a little fucking robot. Huh?
Get yourself a little pocket rocket.
Yeah.
To give you, Elon, please. I don't know, why do they have to have that voice? You could give him any voice you wanted, couldn't you?
Imagine if like all like robot women had the Teesside man voice. Hey, yeah, do you want me to go and put the tea on or what? Hey, yeah, have you put them bairns to bed or what? I'm watching Married at First Sight. Swear down.
I love it.
You two can order the Elite Chantel. Be great. I'd have 3 of them, mate, yeah? I'd have a ginger one, I'd have a brunette one, and I'd have a black one.
Right, would you... Oh, he's very diverse, isn't he? Look at him getting him in. Yeah, I'll tell you what, right? I'd still want a Thai one. You know, like, because, like, be that lad from down the club who's still got a Thai bride, but have a Thai robot.
You'd have a robot one?
No, but it's like one off Temu. So it's not... It looks about the same, but it doesn't do everything right. Do you know what I mean? But I only paid a couple of quid for it, so I'm all right. And it turns up and it's like still speaking like it is race. I'm going to do the racist voice. What? What are you talking about? Is that right? Is that all right, Ted?
It's fucking Greek, wasn't it?
Well, it could be Greek.
Your money.
Could be Greek,
Yeah, you
well,
should keep having it.
But I'd have like a Timu one, it'd be class. Anyway, yeah, Trumpy, you're class with me, I like him, he's a good lad. And he, the taxes, right, he's putting his tariffs on.
Yeah.
Right, he's only doing right. What's happened is, like, America are like, you know, the good lad in your family, right, who has a bit of money, they've had a bit of coin, they've been working away, they're offshore, aren't they? They're offshore, right? And the rest of us, we're all the scroats, and we've been having to borrow, right? He's been working away, we've been borrowing all the Lynx aftershave and Voodoo and all of that stuff, right? We've been looking at the porn mags, right? We borrowed a couple of the Hyperglow t-shirts to go to the Malin.
Well.
Do you know what I mean? We've done all of that. And he's come home, right? And he has caught us. He has caught us. And he's like, yeah, there's some bats going to be given out here because you're all cheeky. And that's all he's doing. To the rest of the world, he's like...
Oh, my Danny Minogue post shot me Looking magazine.
Exactly. And he's just basically now going, I doubt it. Right, China, I'm taxing you. You owe us now because you've been taking the mick. And here, Europe, you cheeky get. You've been poking our lass. You've been poking our lass. Yeah. This is the final countdown, I'm telling you. And then he's like, but UK, you's all right, because we're like the smallest, I think. Yeah. We're like the little kids.
I've been talking to Prime Minister. I've been talking to Prime Minister Starmer. He's good, we're great, we get on great, we're nice, we're good. That's what you said the other day.
It's a James Brown in chat.
Yeah. Ow! I'm going to catch them motherfuckers. Yeah. But, well, you know, fair play to him. I mean, do you think he's going to stop the wars?
I hope so, because war's a bit shit and it's like not a good thing. Yeah. I hope he stops all the wars. But he's hardly likely, is he? Because like half of America, like their companies sell bullets and stuff, don't they? So
true,
he's hardly likely to do that.
Maybe that's why he's putting the taxes up. He's thinking, I got to stop the wars.
Maybe he is.
Put the taxes up for every other fucker.
He's a good lad. I know everyone could be like, oh, I can't believe Trump and that, and I can't believe you like Trump. I do like Trump, and I welcome that man. I welcome him. I welcome him. Right? I tell you what, when you are such a mad cunt as he is, right, I welcome that man here in the UK. You can come to Thornaby any time we want. Right? NASA likes you as well. He has like Trump bars and that, doesn't he? That he set out in the shop. Yeah. Right? With England, we could become, like, how many states is there in America? We could become the 56th state. I think there's less than that, but...
I get what you're saying, though, yeah.
Couldn't we?
Yeah. That'd be good, that, though, wouldn't it, yeah?
I mean, think of all the birds. Like, as soon as we become an American state...
Do we automatically get to go and do spring break in Mexico with all the flange?
No, it's in Redcar. They'd have to move it.
So all these hot American college girls are coming over to Redcar and Seaton Crew like, oh my God, they've like got amusements.
No, they wouldn't. There'd be all the birds from Skin and Grove, right? And they'd be on the beach pointing.
Stood behind the DJ.
Yeah, that's what they'd be doing.
Why do they do that? Why do they stand behind DJs? I want to be the other side dancing.
That's how it used to be. Imagine you did that in the Mall back in the day. You'd have some bouncer getting you some deep Camorra lock, pulling you off stage. You're not in a good way.
Dickheads. Hey, who do you think's going to? I mean, because nobody likes this Starmer lad at the minute, then, do they? Like, he's got an offshore quiff, hasn't he, for starters? Do you know what I mean?
I can't.
He looks like he's a fucking supervisor of all the tiffies offshore because he's got that quiff and he's got those Specsavers glasses that make him look like he's got authority, but he's coining it. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not a fan.
You know he's got a white Range Rover Evoque.
I'm not a fan, right? All of our politicians are corrupt and horrible, so I'm not a fan of none of them, right?
You used to love the Boris.
Boris is because he's like Trump. I like mad fuckers. This is what you've got to think, right?
Just why you've got that picture of Mussolini above your bed.
Listen, he was a good lad. What you're on about? Biscuits were awesome. No, that was Garibaldi, wasn't it? Sorry, different Italian revolutionary guy. Anyway, no, I don't think he's any good. Kia Ford Starmer or whatever he's called. I think he's crap. And that bird that he's got in charge of the money, she just looks like she's going to cry every 2 minutes when she's on telly.
Is it... What's she called? Angela? No, that's his assistant. Have you seen his assistant?
Angela Rayner.
Angela Rayner.
She's one of them birds who definitely, you know what I mean? She definitely would.
You know at university, everyone knew Angela Rayner.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's go to student night tonight. I might get someone to wank them off.
Yeah, that's absolutely what she did. She ran the student union, didn't she?
Of course she did.
Absolutely, and like she's a big ginger powerhouse, isn't she?
Gingers are fucking filthy.
Well, aye.
They are.
Well, aye.
They are big red nipples as
She'd
well.
have gone for it there. And like she's a party animal because she's from Liverpool or somewhere as well, isn't she?
You got like the Manchester accent.
Oh, is it
Well, what I mean, mate, like that, he talks like that,
Like, not for me, like, I don't like it, but I definitely would have a go.
Oh,
I were your cabinet, you would, wouldn't you?
Freaking hell, yeah, I'll be working late every night.
I mean, the last one in any sort of government position, I definitely would have been Theresa May. But that's just because of the power trip that went with it.
You would have had a little bash on May?
I'd have had a bash on May. I'd have had a bash on May and Brian, her older brother.
I'd have had a little bit of a tickle of Priti Patel.
Good call. I don't mind the lass who's in charge of the Tories at the minute, actually.
Oh, yeah, I don't know her name, but I know you mean,
I would. I'd have a bash. That means that she's no good if we don't even know her name, but I'd have a bash.
Would you have a go on Farage?
Farage? No, that's a lad.
I'm going to say, Mala, he shagged me hard.
I'm not a fan of Farage,
Aren't you?
No, well,
I thought you'd love him.
Well, like, you'd think I would, right? Because, like, he likes a pint, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like, it's not that I'm not a fan of Farage to say. It's just I'm not a fan of the people that pretend to like him. Do you know, like, they go, Farage will sort out our country. Stop the boats. Stop the people, stop everybody. Well, let me tell you now, right, people, my family from Ireland, and we got over here on a boat, so if you'd have stopped the boat, you wouldn't have had this beautiful fizzog looking at you, so you need to behave yourselves when you talk like that. But not only that, right, I think Farage, he might be a good lad, but we need more of a Trump than a Farage.
We need another mad fucker, do we?
We need a mad, and he's not that mad. Do you know what he reminds me of? That boring lad in the pub who drinks like real ale. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has a classic car.
Oh, I'll have a pint of Demon Headmaster.
He's the partridge, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is the partridge of politics.
Oh, do you know what I think should be Prime Minister? David Dickinson. Imagine that, right? You're going into a trade negotiation and he's negotiating, I don't know, let's say with Germany, like that, and he'll just put £10 on the table, like that, and then he'll go, put another £10, £30 there.
We want euro.
No, £40
You
there.
must pay in euro.
£40 for this trade deal. That's my final offer.
Can that taste?
We're going to have to take it to auction. We're going to have to take it to auction now. I mean, class. And he's on the beds all the time.
I'll tell you what, he'd be taking the mick because he'd be travelling all around Europe, but only in the hot countries. You're like, where is he today?
I've been showing his here this week.
Can he do that like he was opening bargain hunt every week? Like when he does pick up questions, where are you from?
Hello and welcome to Prime Minister on holiday this week. Where am I this week? Well, I'm in the beautiful island of Hawaii.
Well,
he's class, wasn't it?
I'm happy with that, Ted, yeah.
He went to jail, you know.
I'm definitely happy with Let's get a wrong in it.
He went to jail for tax fraud, I think, for quite a few years.
So
he ticks all the boxes.
A lot of lads do that. Well, no, because he was doing tax fraud. He's paying for people in cash money. Everyone knows, no bank transfers.
Don't mention that to the Inland Revenue.
There's another £5. Yeah, Ted, right, I think we've missed a trick. Right, we need to tag team up. Why have one Prime Minister? Right, everyone knows two are better than one.
Like you used to get in the sticker books where you used to get the Scottish managers and it'd be like two managers, or a player manager.
Two managers, right? So we need two Prime Ministers, right?
Yeah.
Because one, right, they can when people are bullying them, because Britain get bullied a lot, right? They can be stood next to each other like, sort it out, right? And they can do stuff. Tag team manoeuvres are better in wrestling. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But I think our tag team should be a classic northeastern duo. Ant and Deck, man. Oh, come on. Little Ant and Deck, because Deck loves a pint, doesn't he? So he'll be like the aggressive one. And Little Ant, he'll be... No, is it the other way around?
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
And then Ant will be class and he'll be sorting people out. But then they'll be like, and they'll be dead cheeky to people and they'll get away with it.
You know, they'll be like that in the House of Commons, won't they? Oh, I'll put it to you. You're doing great. You're doing great there with that fantastic piece of work you're doing. And he's there going, I think you're not doing that great, you know. I think you've got it wrong. I think we should have put the cladding back on the flat, you know.
You're class.
Oh, he's right.
Oh, he's
coming
right, you know.
Backing each other up from side to side like that. That's right, Ant.
Next week will be double-ended Angela Rayner.
Yeah. And now we're going over to Holly Willoughby so we can stare at the tits.
Class. Yeah. I know win everything, don't they? They win everything.
They're
them
on
lads.
everything.
So, exactly.
Fucking Bradley Walsh, fucking Chancellor of the Exchequer, he's on everything.
I like Bradley Walsh.
And I can't stand Stephen Mullen, but you can't get that cunt off the telly.
Yeah, these are all definitely
and
good
now
things.
presenting Songs of Praise with his newly formed deaconship, the Reverend Stephen Mulhern. Who the fuck's he got that?
Listen, right, these lads have definitely had some mad goings on in the past.
He's like if you put Ant and Dec in a mixing bowl and then fucking banged Philip Schofield
Exactly.
Come out with him.
It all comes out in the wash, lads.
I mean,
honestly.
I like Ant and Dec, but I can't stand Mulhern.
All right, Mulhern doesn't have to be in the cabinet.
Good.
Right, with Mulhern, you're in the House of Lords. All right, lads, this is it. Ted's made the decision.
Can't we put him in the Tower of London and just fucking lock him up there?
Well, it's more of a tourist attraction. He'll be outside bothering the tourists, going, pick a card.
In for a penny.
Pick a card. Exactly, you'll be doing all that. We're like, here, you Mulhern, you're not invited.
Can't stand the fucking fella. But if I was to be offered a luxurious TV deal to present something with him, I'd like him.
You have got like a funny thing like that, Ted, haven't you?
Yeah. Sometimes you've just got to bite the bullet, Mala. You've got to dismiss all morals to get where you need to be.
Well, you could be a politician by the sounds of it.
I know I could, yeah.
That's exactly right, Ted. Well,
I'd kill someone if it meant, climbing up the ladder.
Well, why do you want to be up a ladder like? What, are you going to pull him off and he falls off?
Well, if that were Nicholas doing a bad job of it. That was a terrible joke, that, wasn't it? But it is the Ted Hanky podcast where terrible jokes are formed, exist and die.
That's right, Ted.
Yeah. You look a bit exhausted, actually, Mala. Have you been doing something during the day? Because I've noticed I've been trying to get hold of you a few times, and all I'm getting is a voicemail or Genghis just going down the house phone.
Well, I've trained him. He's good.
Yeah, he's good. I start making out some of the things he's saying and that. But where have you been going during the day?
Ted, everybody, I'm ashamed to admit, I am a male prostitute. That's what I've been doing during the day. Well, why have you got no money? I have to pay people. It's terrible.
No,
honestly.
So you're a male using prostitutes?
No, right. This is what happens, right? I let them pay by Klarna, which was a bad idea. So it's like they can make 3 payments of £11 each, right? Then they take me to small claims court because they say I wasn't what the service provided.
Yeah.
But they still rattle them, though.
Is small claims court because your penis is small and they want the money back?
Probably. I'm going to have to... NASA's been sorting it all out for me, so I don't know. You're going to have to speak to him. NASA, well,
he said to me, he's seen you walking up Westbridge Street with a bag full of glow sticks, and I'm like, well, where's he going with them?
Oh, well, you're talking about something else completely, aren't you, Ted?
Yeah.
Right, this is, right, doing my head in a minute. But what it is, Ted, is there's lots of stuff, and you people might know about this, right? What is it with all the day raves?
Day raves?
Day raves.
Not gay raves?
Not
gay Daves?
Not exotic raves, no.
All right.
No, like if you go on Facebook or any of them now, there's like this big thing. It's like Middlesbrough Town Hall, 8 till 4. It's like bring back the 90s, do, and people like dancing around.
Just getting wrecked on day sessions.
On day sessions, but like it's like a day club. They're calling them.
Not like a bottomless brunch.
Like a bit like a bottomless brunch, yeah. And they're selling all these tickets to these things, and it's a new thing, like where it's either a day rave or it's like a day club or something. And I've been thinking, right, are these people dropping the kids off at nursery, then going and dropping a couple of E's, dancing around for 8 hours, then going and picking the kids back up? But what is it? Why has this become a thing all of a sudden?
All the mums in the flare like that. Hey, there's Vicky there. She's been one of them raves there. She's fucking off a chop. She's like that. She's got to go and speak to the teacher. Yeah, I'm saying old Bronson.
But it just strikes me in one of them things. It's like these, like the bottomless brunches where you get all the Terrahawks there, like dancing around with
the DJ box
with the glasses of champagne. Well, not champagne. What do you call it?
Baby.
That
feels like music jumping.
What's that council version of champagne called? Yeah, Prosecco. That's the one. Yeah, hey, I love a Prosecco. Hey, you've been conned by the corporations.
Loads of them, all dressed in like fucking hardly any clothes at all, and they shouldn't be. And they're all like, oh yeah, £10 a ticket, fucking drinks galore. You know what I mean? Wrecked by 7 o'clock.
Yeah, all dancing the same way.
I mean, you get wrecked by 7 o'clock. You're just feeding him. You're just giving him what he wants.
But that's all right, because that's when my spike in business for my malaprostitution company comes in.
He's unrolling.
And then when they wake up in the morning, they have instant regret and they cancel the Klarna payment.
Oh, can you do that?
Well, yeah, I think so. Well, everyone's been that. Well, I don't know. This is what I've been getting told of Nasser. I don't know. He's saying that all the Klarnas and they're not paying him.
It wouldn't surprise me, right? And this, I'm just throwing this out there, that there will be a chavvy mum or dad, probably like, you know, maybe Middlesbrough, Hartlepool, where they always called one of their kids Klarna.
Yeah,
if you know a Klarna, if you do know someone with a kid called Klarna, get in touch with Dying to Know. There's probably one called 0% APR. I don't know, you know.
Yeah, our Klarna.
Yeah, our Klarna. What do you call a Klarna for, mate? Because
the dad has to pay for a monthly.
Yeah. There'll be some kids out there called Klarna. There'll be one called Revolt. Or Revolut, or whatever it is.
Revolt.
He's our MasterCard.
Do you reckon there's one called Absolute Vodka?
It wouldn't surprise me. Kids are getting named fucking... There's probably one called iPhone Charger. You know, kids are just being named after anything because they're running out and they want edgy names, you know, like, the cool names have gone now. Let's call them after countries or objects or, he's our Berwick Hills.
Yeah, Ted, right? I know this is like going to date the podcast and I know you don't like that. But did you see that at the Grammys? When Kanye West's fine bitch fucking got stripped naked? She's awesome, man. What's her name? Like, used people know. You know,
the one where she's wearing them see-through clothes?
Oh, yeah, well, she's
Do you see, like, any bush or anything?
Yeah, right, everybody, do yourself a favour and get on your Google machine. She stripped naked, man. She wasn't see-through, she actually went naked. She's got a designer vagina.
But, like, does she have bits covering bits?
Well, get yourselves on now and have a look.
I can't remember how Julie looks at me search
history. They've got him there, and she's got a designer vagina. It's class, man. Obviously, in the pictures that you see in, like the popular newspapers, they've, like, pixelated him. But she did it, yeah, it's class. She's on the red carpet as well, but he did like an unveiling. So like Kanye, he had a jacket round her, and he just went hoopla, you know, like you do with you'll see some cake,
yeah,
and he just went, and there you go. There was
just
a slice.
Like when he's doing that magic trick where he's pulling the tablecloth up.
Yeah, but then he just stood there like a fine pimp. He was class, man.
Yeah, that's my bitch.
All get yourselves on and have a look at the Grammys and have a look at Kanye West's woman.
I'm a bit worried now a lot of people will have turned off the podcast to go searching and missed all of this great content.
Yes, they've gone looking for content.
It's good, damn Ali, yeah, you can have that one. You can have that one, yeah. Yeah. All right, yeah. Okay, day raves, yeah. If you are going to any day raves, do report on it and let us know what they're like. Video evidence would be good, and we'll include it in one of the future shows. If you see any Doyles dancing around like that, behind DJ boxers or lasses with like cheap bottles of champagne when they knock us out, send us the videos and we'll do what we can with them.
We will do the best that we can.
I'll have a little wank, me. Right, well, is there anything else you want to... Yeah?
Ted, right, I've got to get off.
All right, yeah.
Right, I set my video to record the Grammys, and I've just realised Genghis will be knocking out furious belters to it.
Oh, God.
And that lad can throw like Spider-Man. So I'll have to deep clean the caravan when I get back. Hey, you, Sharon, just hold on, love. Don't come round for an hour or so. Do you know what I mean? I've got to go do a clean. All right, everybody. I'll catch you later, Ted. See you later.
Yeah, man. Who the fucking hell is Sharon? Who's Sharon? You never mentioned her to me before. Right, well, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Ted Hanky podcast. A little bit fruity this week. We covered politics. We covered naked celebrities and various other things such as day raves as well. Interesting topics. So please give it a like, give it a share, give it a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I can't emphasise that enough. I will be knocking out wedgies and Chinese burns if you don't subscribe. What have we got coming up? Well, this podcast is sponsored by the Warehouse Kitchen and Bar down at Preston Farm Industrial Estate. They do some fantastic food. It's a brew dog bar as well. If you've not been before, come and give it a look. And we've got some comedy nights here. So we've also got a quiz night. And the next quiz night is on Wednesday, February the 19th. And yours truly hosts that quiz night. It's a bit of fun. And I do go around teabagging people's mouths if they lose. So it's worth coming just for that, really. And then on on March the 7th, we've got our next comedy night as well, where we've got headline act Vince Atter, who does all that sort of loop pedal recording stuff and things like that. Good, clever stuff. Too clever for me, but you're class. Tickets all on sale at jokepit.com. Get them before they sell out, because these comedy nights are selling out super fast. And then, if you like alternative comedy, you like your Vic and Bobs, you like your League of Gentlemen, you like your Mighty Bows, you're going to love Spencer Jones. If you've not seen him before, look him up. He's done Live at the Apollo. He's in a sitcom called The Mind of Herbert Clunkerdunk. He's in Ted Lasso. He's in Upstart Crow with David Mitchell. He's fucking fantastic, and he's going to be at the Georgian Theatre on Saturday, March the 22nd as well. Tickets also on sale at jokepit.com. Come and see it. It's going to be proper class. So have a great week, and as per usual, up the borough and believe, yeah!